Erin the Quitter here. I received another email in my new series of Why You Quit Your Job. So I'm going to read that to you. And remember, if you have a story about why you quit your toxic job that you want to share with me, you can send it to erinthequitter@gmail.com. I'll keep it anonymous. I'll read it here and we'll get some input on it. So hopefully you can share those stories with me and we can get the word out about what terrible managers look like. And who knows, maybe one day we'll be able to influence how people treat their employees. We'll see. Hi, Erin the Quitter. I have a pregnancy discrimination story for your series, and trust me, this one still makes my blood boil. Oh, I'm sure. As a female who's been pregnant 3 times, it seems like you always get treated a little bit different when you're pregnant and you just never know what to expect. So picture this. I'm working for a company that literally gave me a 6-month countdown to being laid off. Like, here's your severance, here's the timer, good luck. And the severance did get better the longer I stayed, so I hung on, I did the work, I kept showing up, and I stayed positive. And then plot twist. They suddenly decided they did want me after all. Well, that's great. They offered me a promotion to keep me on board. New role, new team, new manager. It felt like a dream. We can't lose you. You're too valuable. All the shiny corporate compliments. And honestly, I was killing it. Learning fast, doing great work, really thriving. Okay, then I got a surprise pregnancy. Completely unexpected, not planned, but absolutely a blessing. I waited until my second trimester to share the news. I thought people would be happy for me, but the moment I told my new boss, it was like someone flipped a switch inside him. Overnight, he went from "you're incredible" to "I'll handle this, you clearly can't." Ooh, lawsuit waiting to happen? He started redoing my work behind my back, work that hadn't changed in quality at all. He changed, not me. He started gaslighting me so subtly and consistently that I actually started doubting myself. I thought, am I slipping? Am I not performing like I used to? No, I was doing great. He just decided pregnancy equaled a problem. And then he started making comments. Oh, the comments. Stuff like, I know how women get when they're pregnant. My wife had a short fuse too. As if a uterus automatically disqualifies you from being competent. As if pregnancy is a personality flaw he had to manage. Man, this guy sounds like a dream, huh? He never stopped. Not once. Every day was some new condescending remark, some new example of him checking my work like I was an intern, some new reminder that I suddenly wasn't good enough because I was growing a human. Before my maternity leave, he put a lot of his behavior in writing. Did they fire him? Emails, chats, little digital breadcrumbs of his stupidity. I kept everything and looped in HR because if he tried to fire me, I was ready. Well, it seemed like if HR was looped in and he was doing all this stuff, why wouldn't they do something about that? Okay. I had zero intention of returning, but legally, I knew I needed to play this right. When I came back from maternity leave, nothing had changed. He was still treating me differently, still talking to me like pregnancy had permanently lowered my IQ, still acting like he got to decide my worth. So I finally walked into HR and I said, I can't do this anymore. I want my severance reinstated. And you know what? They gave it to me immediately. Probably because they knew I had enough documentation to turn that place into a discrimination case study. Oh, probably. Walking away from that job felt like stepping into fresh air after months of drowning. I'm so grateful that I trusted myself and didn't let a man with a fragile ego convince me I was anything less than excellent. And that's from E and Pregnant. So this is amazing. And I think that probably other pregnant women will be able to relate to this. It does seem like I've worked 3 different jobs while I was pregnant 3 different times. And the first job, they threw a baby shower for me. They were really wonderful. I even got promoted while I was on maternity leave, so that's unheard of. The second job, they also threw me a baby shower and they checked on me all the time. They, let me have breaks and things like that. Fantastic. But my third pregnancy was a different company, and kind of like this, I just felt like everybody thought that I was not doing things right. And yeah, I was tired, so maybe I wasn't doing, as good of a job as I had once done. But pregnancy is tiring, it's exhausting, it does make you probably not perform as well, but at the same time, gaslighting this woman is just amazing, especially doing it digitally. Like, if you're gonna do it, maybe do it over the phone so there's no proof. Although in these days, there's lots of ways to record, so probably don't do it at all. So, anyways, again, give me your stories. Why did you quit? Why did you leave your company? Was it something like this where people just treated you differently because you changed in some way? Was it because, in like the previous story where they just worked you to death and didn't appreciate the work you'd put in? Send me an email, erinthequitter@gmail.com. I'll be glad to read your story anonymously. No company names, no names. And they won't ever know. Thanks for joining.